What's up, guys? This is Ryan Knows Tech from techinform.us. We've got a different style video for you here today, and this is going to be about putting a ultrasonic sensor or a park distance control sensor on the back of a BMW E39, which is the 5 Series produced from 1996 or 5, depending on what country you're from, through 2003. This is also going to work on the E38 7 Series. I should mention it's going to work on both the cars I just listed after, I believe it's March of 1998. If you're before March of 1998, it's a slightly different sensor, but it's pretty much the same process. So we'll go inside the car now and I'll show you why it needs to be replaced, and then we'll go through and I'll show you how to put the new one in. Alright, so the car we're going to be working with is a 2000 E39 M5. Go ahead inside here and show you what she's doing. I've had this since, I believe, July of 2010. And we've had the same problem since we got it. So here's how to test it. Pretty easy. Put in your key, go to the second position, which turns on all your lights and indications, but does not start the engine yet. To press your clutch, put it in reverse, or if you've got the automatic, put it in reverse. And that long beep that you just heard was the system notifying me that one of the sensors for the PDC, or rear park distance control, is faulty. So leave it in reverse like that. We can come around to the back of the car now and listen to each of the sensors. And I think the camera actually does pick it up, and you'll hear a slight clicking. It's from the ones that work. You hear clicking from there, clicking from there, clicking from here, and this is the bad one. On the far left, no clicks, perfectly silent. If you've got one or more that's not clicking, then that means you've got two, and it could be a wiring harness. So we're done with that now. We know what needs to be replaced. Okay, so here's the area of the car we're going to be working with. The faulty sensor is located right here on the back left bumper. I'm going to go ahead and say now that if your faulty sensor or sensors are on the outside, as in the black plastic trim piece, versus the ones in the bumper, it's a whole lot easier. I don't know how to do the ones in the bumper. I believe you have to take the entire bumper cover off, which is probably a bit of a pain. So if they're on the outside, that makes it a lot easier. The sensor I found here is used but refurbished. They're $210 from BMW, anywhere from $80 to $150 on eBay, plus shipping. So this one came from North Hollywood, California. From now, we need to take off this black trim piece. So I'll get a close-up and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so we're back here to the right of the wheel. This is just the piece of trim, and if you look under it, there's a small indentation there. The car is filthy. It's been sitting in the garage, and it's just spring now. In that small indentation, you pretty much just need a flathead screwdriver. I'm just using this from a Swiss Army knife. I'm going to use this little cloth to prevent damaging the bumper. Just pretty much shove it in there and pry it outwards. It's really strong plastic, so I wouldn't worry too much about damaging it. If you can just get under there and pretty much just pry it out. Once you've got the bottom up a little bit, you can just kind of shove it up here in the top, give it a little push. There's a whole bunch of clips, probably 6 or 8 that go around the car. Just be careful. As you can see, I've got the cloth on the screwdriver here, so we're not going to be damaging anything unless we push way too hard. And I'll speed up this footage, but you really just need to go around every few inches, shove it in there and pry it out until you get this whole piece of trim off. Keeping in mind that the sensor is connected through some wires, so don't go hog wild with it and pull the entire thing off the whole car. Alright, so we've got this piece of trim pretty much off now. There's your wires that connect you to the sensor. There's a little clip on one side, just depress that and then pull outwards, and you're done with that part. Well, you've got the clip out of here, you might as well clean up this. I know mine was a little dirty. I cleaned it up a little bit the first time. I think I'm going to touch it up even more now. But inside this piece of black trim, you're going to see the sensor just sticking out. It's within a plastic holding piece here. Just pry those apart and pull it out. Right, so here's what the old sensor looks like. Looks just like the new one. If I can go ahead and pull that out of my pocket. Before I put everything back together, I'm going to plug the new one in, turn the key to the second position and see if she clicks. If so, that's good, it's working. If not, this is either a bad sensor or I was wrong in determining that this wire harness is good. Let's do that test now. Okay, so the good news is I just went in and tested it, and this thing worked absolutely beautifully. I stood behind the car, got the beeps as I should, and it's clicking like no other, so that's awesome. Got the piece of trim here, line it up, make sure that the shorter end is, you know, pretty much the way it came off. Take this, stick it back in the holder here on the piece of trim. It'll snap right in there. Line this up with the back of the car, and it's pretty much as easy as this. Couple sharp hits with your hand. Don't worry, you're not going to break it. This is really strong plastic. And you're done. Trim is perfectly installed. And now we'll go inside the car and test it again. Alright, we'll start it up and see if we get that long continuous beep. Hopefully not. Alright, now we'll try reverse. Nope. Working beautifully. I'll line it up and we'll back it into the garage now and see if those sensors tell me where the wall is correctly. If not, I'm going to go into my dining room backwards. Alright, looking in the mirror, we can see that I'm just lined up to back in the garage. There's probably 8 or 10 feet or so behind the car. So we'll kick her into reverse. Notice the mirror still goes down, that's good. Okay, solid beep means you're within about a foot. I went a little bit past that. Oh yeah. And that's pretty close there. So it looks like the parking sensors are working beautifully. I'll move it back up to where it should be. And I'll also show you that I did get the halos on here. Last video I made with this car, I didn't have the halos. So those are on now. Fix that parking sensor. Hope that helped you guys fix your parking sensors in your BMW E39 or E38 models. Thanks for watching. Our tech site is techinform.us. My Twitter is twitter.com/JamesRSchultz. And catch us live Tuesday nights between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Time on ustream.tv/users/techinformus. Thanks, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.